idea if this is going to work, but I'll try it. Let's get this up on here. Okay. Two, check 1, 2, 1, 2, check 1, 2. Okay. All right. Right, here we go. And recording. Check 1, 2. Hey there, it's April 19th, 2024, and welcome to The Reckoner. Okay, so we're gonna do the inversion part of this. So we did absorption last video. And why this is
watch.
Okay.
It's all about sight, right?
When you're a kid, you're a baby, and you're in.
You're a baby.
There are certain toys that your parents will buy for you because they think it's the right thing to do, and they'll put them above. Where you're sleeping, where you're basically just first seeing things for the first time. You don't even know what sight is. You're just a baby. A big valiant effort putting Spaceballs above cribs. Started way back in the day. I mean, this can be traced back to globe reinforcement back in film when nobody been to space, but they're already showing Spaceballs. In order to get a hold of a population, in order to get a hold of a group of people and control them, if you can convince them that they're spinning, they can be manipulated. It's just that simple. You're deep in your subconscious. If you feel like you're spinning, you can be manipulated by other powers. It's appeal to authority fallacy. And the earlier they get you, the better. And they do this over the course of generations. They started with the Rockefeller Foundation's Education Initiative. I think that's what it's called. That family set up how everyone was going to be trained in education from the early 20th century. So if you understand that, you understand then that the indoctrination goes over generations. In other words, the first generation may not accept it, but the second generation, it's a little more easy to accept. Third generation, it's like, well, we've always known it's a ball. But the thing about it is, if you look back on a long enough script, you can realize that if you don't know what you don't know, you'll teach something to somebody else that you don't know, but you think it's true. And the heliocentric model has been pitched this way over the course of a better part of 100 years, and maybe longer, if you believe in fake history and some of these people that are, Copernicus and this guy, Eratosthenes and I mean, like even his experiments are just as fine with a local sun and moon. So it's all bullshit. It might even be comical. It might even be completely made up people. We don't know. They were written by men. These are books that already were handed down. And so you're looking through all this stuff and you're like, it's truth to you because your parents believed it, your teachers believed it, and you trust all these people. But if you walk it back and you walk it back,
the exercise was to watch
logic, you can see where inversion happens. In other words, they got right there at your eyes when you were an infant, and you were immediately indoctrinated into balls floating around your crib, or balls. Football, basketball, baseball, ball, as in B-A-L. I mean, you could go that way if you wanted to, but what we're talking about is indoctrination. The very part where they got you, the usurpation, was at eye level. And I'm using sight because that's the best thing I can do here. The other senses are very important. The sixth sense is super important, and we'll talk about that later. But in the meantime, think about where you got the first idea of where it is that you walk around on. If we can undo that spell and walk it back, I think we can have a better mechanism moving forward, talking about what actually is going on. So,
What's going on, baby?
I'm gonna leave it at that. I'm gonna keep it short. Thanks for tuning in. Cheers.
What's going on, baby? Yeah.